So in my previous video I explained about how to create the registration page. Okay, registration page, and I show you python manage.py run server. Okay. Environment ls python manage.py run server, and the react, make sure your environment is activated. Okay, and I just run the python npm run dev. Okay, npm run run dev. Okay, so my front end is running in 5173 port. Okay, command p, yeah, this one. You just see that login button is not developed right now, but today in this video I explain about how to integrate the login, and how to integrate the JWT authentication also. Okay, how login functionality work. Okay, so how actually login work. Okay, we just do different type of, there's some different type of authentications are there. Okay, in this video I explain about how the JWT work. Okay, now you see that in my previous video I explain about all this thing. Okay, if you don't watch this video, so please go and watch this video first. Okay, so it's not I don't say that you just watch this video, you can directly come to this video also. Okay, but it's a good thing, means if you know how the project structure is look like. If you are an expert, so I don't say that go to the registration, go and watch the previous video. Okay, so let's start it, so how to create the login functionality. Okay, so I don't write all this code, so I just copy the previous registration page. So now you see that the login page, I already have the login page. Okay, and I just copy all these things, like go to the registration page. Okay, I just copy all these things, like from empty fragment to empty fragment. Okay, just copy it. Okay, and I paste inside the login. Now you see that login, just okay, now you see that I just put it, and here I don't have the handle, so on submit handler also. I use some on submit handler is there, and I just remove it right now. Okay, now I don't have the handler, so it's throwing an error, that's why I remove it. And I don't want the error also. Okay, this small errors I don't want, the username error also I don't want. Okay, you can remove it like that also, or you can do one thing, you just see that this line, just click here the 16 and I just remove it like that. Okay, and the same thing, I don't want the password field here, I don't want the error. Okay, just remove it. And the main thing, email address is not required for login purpose, username and password is the important thing, email is not required. Okay, so I remove the email field. Okay, and you see that just remove like that, or you can remove like that also same thing. Okay, now I just remove it, and okay, I have the only username and the password is there. Okay, This one is the password field and this one is the username field. Okay, this is the input text class form and enter your username. Okay, so let's check. I think there's some errors are there because in the bottom also I use different type of things like a spinner, everything I just import from you just see that I don't have any UI. There are some issues are there. Okay, if I inspect go to the console, now you see that many errors are there. Okay, so let's just import something like a first I what I want right now. Now you see that inside the input type there's some things are there like a first I import this thing also, spinner also. Okay, so go to the register. Now this one is the register. So this font awesome is the most important thing. So first I import the font awesome as well as the access also. Okay, because access request is important. And go to the login also. Now I'm going to the login page, just paste it here. Okay, I check, still I have the issue is there in the login. Okay, so let's check. Yeah, there's some loading is also, one state is there. So inside the register page there's some loading is, you just see that the loading is there. Okay, just copy the loading and where is the code? Yeah, inside the login page here I create a state, loading state. Okay, here I create a loading state. Okay, the another I just check everything is okay or not. Now you see that password. Okay, username and password is also required. Okay, so let's go and just copy the username and password also. Username state, this one is the username, this one is the username and password. Okay, just paste it and this one is the password. Okay, set password. Okay, and I just, it's auto suggested, so that's why I just auto complete. And in your case if it's not possible, then you just simply go to the registration and here you will see that password, copy the password and paste it. Okay, this one is the login. Okay, this one login. Inside the login page you just paste the password. Okay, set password and you see that I just cross check it capital password. Okay, so inside the register capital password. Okay, okay, I think I have any another issue. Okay, so there's some another things are there like a error. So yeah, I create a error also because there's some, if I have some not error and the spinner is there loading. Okay, loading, I import the loading password, errors are there. I remove errors also. Okay, and registers, I just check what is there right now here. app.jsx main.jsx also, the app.jsx say the app.jsx login. Okay, this one is the login. Okay, login is there. Okay, here some issues are there. So let's check inside the login. Okay, on-change handler is there. So I on-change handler set username. Okay, set username event.target.value. Okay, and on change is available here, and username also available, username. And error, error is very important because no in the login I just check in the register, is not register. So now you see that in the login, here I think handler is there, on change handler, password is also there, set password is there. Okay, and everything is there. So in the loading also, okay, there's some success also there. Okay, if success, so success, and so import the success also. Okay, import the success also. This one, come and see, and the success also inside the login. And then I forget the one state, this one is the success. Okay, so now if I refresh the page, success. Okay, because I display the success also, so that's why. Font awesome is there, access also there. Okay, success and loading success both are set. Okay, here I think I export everything also. Okay, again I check what is the problem. If you debug it, then you can understand properly what happened actually. So you just see that there is some login issue there. You just see that in the login.jsx use state. Okay, use state is I'm not imported the use state, is the most important thing. Inside the register, use state is there. This one is the very important thing. Okay, go to the login, and here instead of only react, just replace it. Okay, now you see that all the error are solved. Okay, now I get the username and password. Okay, now you see that I get the username and password. Okay, and one register button is there. Okay, so I want to do something. Everything is okay. If I just put something, okay, if I put something, if I write something here and submit, then I want to see the log. Okay, I want to actually target this value or not. Okay, so how it's possible? Let's say do one thing. In the form, one handler is there. Okay, here handle from. Okay, one on handle submit. Okay, handle submit. There's some I can write something. Okay, so on submit. Okay, on submit I just pass one handle submit. Okay, handle submit. Okay, and this handle submit is responsible for handling this form. Okay, and this one you see that the makes your bottom type is submit. Okay, then it's work. Okay, then it's trigger the submit, handle submit. Okay, and then you should do one thing inside the return, outside of the return. Here I create a function. Okay, const you see that const handle submit, and here I just print the just console.data username and password. Okay, now you see that here I make it async. Okay, I already say that it's a asynchronous function. Okay, make async and event.target.event.prevent default for refreshing this page. It means it prevent the refreshing the page when I just try to console something. Okay, here I want to console the console.log. Now you just see that I just try to I want to check here the form data is coming properly or not. You just see that event.prevent default. Okay, event.prevent default and set loading equal to true. Loading I just I don't want okay, when I do something in that time loading is required, but now I don't want this thing. Okay, now I just simply remove this thing, event.prevent default. Okay, now I just check. Now I want to check I get the data or not. Okay, if I get the data, so form data, so username and password, I receive the username and password. Okay, so because how I get this state data, because in set name and set password I already, you see that here on change is there. Okay, set username, set password is there. Okay, so let's check it's working or not. Go to the just refresh it. There's some errors are there because in my here event.prevent default console.log is there. Okay, I think this one is the starting value. Okay, I don't want to async this thing. I just simply write event. Okay, event event target value. Okay, this one is normal thing, and here it say that app.jsx. okay, login function open here. Okay, and close expected. Okay, I'm not properly close this thing, I think, and this one is the event targeted value. This one is the opening tag, and a closing tag is required. Okay, now you see that this one is the closing tag. Okay, and this one handle submit is there. Okay, handle submit this function. Now I can use this. Now you see that problem is gone and I get the UI. Okay, I get the UI, and now my login page is created successfully. Okay, and if I write something, just console, I just go to the inspect tab, go to the console. Okay, just refresh, and here if I say that something, I write a test something. Okay, password, anything. Okay, I just press, and you just see that all the data, I get the data. Okay, username and password. So now you just see that I successfully target the username and password. Okay, I successfully target the username and password. Okay, so now what can I do? Already. Okay, so I send this data, okay, to my backend through Axios. Okay, I have one Axios library is there. Okay, through Axios. So I just start try catch block. So instead of logging this thing, okay, I don't want to log. Okay, just leave it, the console.log, and here I try. I just try. I created try block. Okay, now you just see properly inside the try block. This one is the try block. Okay, here I just I say that a const response equal to axios.post. Okay, I want to post the post this post this data. Okay, form data to a specific means in the login UI. Okay, this one is my login endpoint. Okay, this is my login endpoint, and I send this data to the login. Okay, /login. Okay, so automatically what happened, the login happen. Okay, so I just send this thing, and here first we create this endpoint also. Okay, so we don't have the endpoint right now, so first we create this thing, and then I just comment out or remove this thing. Okay, so first we just work upon the backend. First we create this endpoint and then come to the React. Okay, then we can communicate with the backend. Okay, so let's go, and now you see that now I don't have any error. I can my UI is ready. So let's go to the backend. Okay, so in my Django DRF, where is my Django? This one is my backend. Okay, inside my backend I just do something. Okay, I just show you the documentation how Django Django REST framework. There's some what I say that JWT authentication. Okay, simple JWT authentication. You just search Django REST framework, simple JWT. Okay, and there's some packages is there. Okay, pip install Django REST framework. Okay, and all the documentation you can go to the documentation also. So first you just install this thing. Okay, then we just go to the documentation and do all this thing. Okay, first you just copy here, you just click and copy this thing and go to the backend. Okay, backend terminal, here just terminate command C, and here you just paste it, just ls check I'm inside the backend, and just command V pip install Django REST framework simple JWT. Okay, Django REST framework simple JWT. Okay, now you see that it's a pip FREJWT. Okay, now you see that my Django REST framework simple JWT is installed. Okay, now what can I do? So there's some let's go to the documentation. So how to use the simple JWT. Okay, for login purpose. Okay, I use simple JWT for login purpose. Okay, this one is the documentation. Okay, this one is the documentation. Let's get started. Okay, installation guide. This one is the installation guide. Okay, now you see that some installation guides are there. You see that these all are the installation guide. Okay, pip install Django REST framework simple JWT. Okay, and here I already installed the package. Okay, now what can I do? Pip install this one is optional. Okay, so go to the project and just config, import this config. Okay, just REST framework default authentication class, just to copy this thing. Okay, just copy it, just copy this thing and go to the stop prediction YT. This one is the backend, and stop prediction YT inside the setting.py file. Okay, go to the setting.py file, and here I just paste it. Okay, this one is the and you remove the dots. Okay, dots means it's a dots, you remove the dot. Okay, something is there. Okay, so that's why they write dots. Okay, here, and this one is the doc string with something is there. Okay, means here something is there, and this one is a doc string. Okay, means doc string means what I said, something is there. Okay, so in the install application, here you just paste the where is the this one simple JWT. Okay, just copy it and paste inside the install application. Okay, REST framework simple JWT. Okay, not doc string, this one is something is there. Dot means something is there, so that's why they put dots. Okay, just remove it. Okay, and the second thing sorry, Second thing, you just configure this URL also. Okay, the URL patterns are there. Okay, some here you just copy the token authentication and refresh sorry token and access token and refresh token. Okay, just copy all these things. Okay, for URL setup. Okay, just copy this thing. Okay, and before you copy, just import this thing token obtain in this one. First you import this thing. Okay, import this thing also, then it's working. Okay, sorry, first you import this thing. Okay, inside the urls.py file, the first one second, I just perform all this thing inside the APIs folder. Okay, I create one APIs. Okay, so where is the APIs? This one is the APIs, and here inside the URLs. Okay, inside the APIs, inside the URL folder, you just first you import. Here I just manually from REST framework, REST underscore framework, REST framework, simple JWT import token authentication and a token refresh view. Okay, token authentication view and a token refresh view. Okay, both are import, and I just then import this thing token slash your token authentication, token obtain pair view and a token refresh view. Okay, just import this thing. Okay, and you remove this API slash view. Okay, API slash you remove this thing, because in my main application inside the URL I already make some structure. Okay, that's why it's not required here. Okay, I don't make it complicated, so now I think you understand. Okay, so now let's check my token authentication token this API is working or not. Okay, let's go to this okay, first I run the server. Python manage.py run server. Okay, my environment is started also. Okay, so here if I say that API admin panel also working, and API v1 token. Okay, I just see that my token, if I create if I create something, automatically I get the one refresh token, and so first I create some okay, I check the admin panel. First I check the admin panel. I have user admin. Okay, so here inside the users, how many users are there, just check. I remove all this thing, because for testing purpose I make all this thing, test 3, test 1 and everything. I just delete it right now. Okay, okay, I just delete it. I have one single test is there. Okay, and here I just I have a React UI also there. Here this one, where is the yeah, this one, the React UI, and here I create a user also right now. Okay, test 1. I test test at the rate test1 at the rate gmail.com. Okay, and 1 to 7 8 1 to 8 I create a password. Now you see that my is created successfully. Okay, now this login is not working. Okay, so so let's check, yeah, it's created or not. In my page, refresh the page. Now you see that sorry, my test 1 is created, and you see that due to season change I have some fever so that's why I can't teach properly. Okay, so let's yeah, so when I create a text, when I put the data test test 1 and password. Okay, so I get the data. Okay, now you see that I get the access token and refresh token. Okay, so I want to now you see that my backend is working. Okay, now if I just send some data to this particular endpoint, in that time I get the access and refresh token. And what the meaning of access and refresh token? Okay, so I just give some little bit hint, like how I just give one blind idea. Okay, blind means just basic idea about how these two things are work. Okay, so this one is very short life. Okay, this access token expired soon, means after 10 to 15 minutes the access token is expired. Okay, so that's why we have one refresh token is there. Okay, when this access token is expired, in that time automatically we send the refresh token to the backend, and the backend again generate a access token, and we are not log out after 10 to 15 minutes. We are not again and again we are not log out from your website. Okay, so if you don't have this refresh token, in that time we log out after 10 to 15 minutes. You just log out. Okay, because this access token is expired. Okay, so if you have the refresh token, so it's automatically just send this automatically send the refresh token to the backend. We write some code. Okay, we write some this type of code. So it's automatically check the access token is there or not. So if it is expired, so it's automatically create one access token. Okay, through this refresh token. Okay, so now my endpoint is created. Okay, so I just copy this endpoint, just copy this endpoint, and where is the yeah, let's go to the UI. Where is the UI file? This one is the front end, so this one is login. Okay, this one is login, and here I just write some code to try in the try catch block. Okay, I try something. Okay, try. Okay, here you see that inside the try block I say that just go to the token. Okay, localhost 8000/API v1/token, and you send this information, my username and password, to the to this endpoint. Okay, and take the response. Okay, take the response, and if I get the response dot data, just console the response dot data, and this one console dot and you say that login success. Okay, you get this type of message. Okay, and you see that set success equal to true. Okay, okay, set success here means the login is success. So that's why I say that the set success equal to true. Okay, for okay, So try, this one is the try. Okay, so if I have error, so I can just handle the error. So this one is the error. Okay, catch, I catch the error. So console.log here error submitted, error.response.data. Okay, if I have error, I can get the error also. Okay, then finally my loading, set loading equal to false, and when and here I said that my loading equal to set loading equal to true. When I just start the function, in that time loading is true. Okay, in that time my loading is true. Okay, so set now my set loading equal to false. Okay, I think let's go to the UI. Okay, now just check, I just refresh this page. Now I don't have any error. So here what happened, you just see that when now you see that if I write something, okay, okay, if I write some wrong thing, okay, if I write some wrong thing and just send the message, you just see that I get some error, I get some I have some problem, but still I get the output. Okay, so why this type of behavior happen? Because it's not a string function. Okay, I make it a string, so the problem is solved. Okay, we did not wait for the, because I want to wait. Okay, so that's why my function must be a string, async, async, and here this one is async function, and I make this await. Okay, here I use await, and so if I have some error, so then I get some output like okay, there's some login. Okay, so here I go to the inside the login page. If I have some issue is there, so I want to invalid credential. Okay, here I say that invalid credential. Okay, same thing, invalid credential and console.log, two time I just create a console.error and console.log. Okay, okay, and here also I just write invalid credential, invalid credential. Okay, and error credential only, I just write credential. Okay, just remove this thing. Okay, I don't want here, only console.log. Okay, and finally if I have some problem, I just write some finally finally set loading to here. Finally I make it okay, two time I just write finally, already have the finally. Okay, set loading to false. Okay, now just check it's working or not. Okay, so and go to the login. Now you just see that you refresh the page. Okay, in the login I say that if I write something, okay, if I write some wrong credential, okay, and just register. Okay, now you see that the success message, I don't get any success message. So here invalid credential is there. Okay, here I get the invalid credential. Okay, invalid credential and a okay, data, the account found, no activity, no active account found with the given credential. Okay, I get the detail also. Okay, so the post, now you understand. Okay, so I don't want the information in the console. I want to I want this information in the in here in the danger test format. Okay, so it's look like better. Okay, so how to make this thing? So in the then we just store if you have some error. Okay, so if I have some error, so I just put the error inside the, I set the error. Okay, I set this error. Okay, set error. Okay, through set error, instead of showing that invalid credential, we just I just do something, a set error. Okay, set error, error dot response dot data. Okay, if I have some error, error dot response dot data or anything, I can directly set the error. Okay, I just set this error, invalid credential. Okay, invalid credential. Okay, credential. Okay, this one is a test. Just I mentioned that it's a invalid credential, and the main thing is the set error. Set error, where is the error? My error is not created. Okay, so here I create a error. Okay, const use state. Okay, I create the error also. Okay, so if I have error, so set error is used to, so I just make it. Okay, set error in the foot. Okay, and here I just add this thing error. If I have some error, so I just div a class name alert, alert danger, and I just put the error in the here means in the success button, means you just see that the loading and this button. Okay, this button, the register button, before the register button, I just put this thing. Okay, I just put the if I have some error, so I just put here, I just separate this thing. Okay, now you just see that now it's visible clearly. Okay, before loading. Okay, and here also this one is the and I don't want this alert. Okay, success alert, because here if I don't want the success alert, because after login I just navigate to another page, home page. Okay, just that's why I just remove this thing. Okay, automatically navigate to the home page. Okay, so let's check. So what happened if I log in? Okay, so now you see that if I refresh the page, now see that if I just write something, anything, so I get the error. I definitely get the error, but the error here you see that invalid credential. Okay, invalid credential. I can write danger text also here. I can write danger text. Okay, instead of using bottom. Invalid credential. Okay, and this look like also fine, but bottom text, bottom, if I write where is the error? Yeah, this one is text danger. Okay, alert, I don't want alert. Text danger, if I say that text danger, so now you see that the text danger is good. I think this one is very good. It's look like a invalid credential. Okay, try. So it automatically show that invalid credential. Okay, so let's do one thing. The username and password, everything is okay. So when I send the register button, automatically it send a request. Okay, it send a request to the backend. Okay, and get the data. If I write, if I just write the original data, means genuine data, so valid, when I write the valid data, so in that time what happen, this you it's send the data to the backend, and backend give the response. Okay, and backend give the response, and make the success. Okay, backend give the response. Okay, now you see that here the okay, backend give the response, and the success, I don't want success. Okay, inside the success is, I think, not required here, because I already removed the success message also. Okay, so if it's required, then I can use it. Okay, so now it's not required. So and success equal to true, so try success equal to true, and make success equal to true. So I can use this one. Okay, command shift. Okay, so okay, success equal to true. So now if when the user sends the data, okay, is go to the backend, and get the response. Okay, get the response, and we can perform anything in the response. Okay, so let's check what I do here in the response. Okay, so I want to do something. So take this info, when in the response we have some we have access token. Okay, we have some access token and a refresh token also. Okay, so in the response, if I get some original data, so here I say that instead of saying data, okay, response dot data dot access token. Okay, data dot access cc. Okay, this one is the response dot data dot access and refresh token. Okay, sorry, I get a response dot data, response dot data. Okay, and if I get, if then I can console.log also. If my request is success, so then I can I get if I just console.log I just response dot data. Okay, response dot data. Okay, so here I write this thing response dot data, so it's not required. So I just check if I just put some valid thing. Okay, like test 1 and test okay, now you see that when I just send this information, in that time I get the access token and the refresh token. Okay, in the response dot data I have the access token and the refresh token. Okay, so what can I do? I just take the access token and the refresh token and just put inside my local storage. Okay, browser local storage. And if you are want more secured, so you can store the refresh token inside the only cookies also. And go to the application. Okay, where is the application? Inside the application I want to set the data. Okay, here I want to set the data. Okay, access token and refresh token. So how it's possible, how to store the data? So let's go to the access. Where is the, now the simple thing local storage. Now you see that local storage set item is responsible for set the item access to underscore token. This one you can write anything. Okay, access token, and then you can write access token also. You can remove the underscore also, anything you can write. Okay, because we store all the data in the form of key and value pair. Okay, key value pair. Okay, so this one is the access token and response dot data dot access. Okay, for refresh token, this one the refresh. Okay, why I write access? Because you see that inside my console, when I again I just put, okay, if I write some text test 1 and test 1 to 8, and so now you see that here access and refresh, this one is the key value key. So that's why in my data all the, this one is access and this one is the refresh. So that's why I say that data dot access and data dot refresh. Okay, so now what happened when I just put the original password, automatically it's when I go to the application, now you see that in my local storage I already set the data. Okay, access token and refresh token. Okay, along with I just my data also consoling, and this one I don't want the data for form data again, form data. Okay, so now you just see that my access token and my refresh token is set inside this local storage. Okay, so the main thing is so how to how I know that means I just do one thing. Okay, now you see that if I am logged in, okay, if I am logged in that time, I want to see this this page. Okay, this header is visible. Okay, this login and register page is visible. Okay, login and register bottom is visible. Okay, so if I am logged, okay, if I am logged, so in that time the logout option is visible. Okay, I don't want to see the login and register page. Okay, so when I am log out, okay, when I am log out, in that time login and registration page is visible for login purpose. Okay, so how to make this thing? Because you just tell me how I do this thing. Okay, how I do this thing, because this thing is very critical, because my login page and my headers, because all this thing information is present inside the header. Okay, all the informations are present inside the headers, and now I am in the login page. Okay, login page is not nested of headers. Okay, so through props also I am not pass the each login or each logout. I can't pass the information. Okay, so how to solve this thing? Okay, so this one is a very important thing. You just try to understand. So here I can create a state. Okay, I can create a state here. My user state is each login is true and each login is false. So based on that I can display the login and registration button. Okay, so it's not a simple thing, because my registration page tell my login page is tell the it's user is logged in or not. Okay, and we can't send this information to the header, or we can't send the information to the header, because inside the header I just try to because inside my header I just show you, inside the header I have login and register. Okay, I show you in my header. You just see that inside the header I have this button, login and register button is there, so I can control through the prop technique is not possible. Okay, there's some use context, we use context hook. Okay, there's some use context hook is there, so okay, there's some use context hook is the best way, because we can send the information to any component. Okay, through use context hook. Okay, through context use context hook. Okay, through use context hook we send the information to any component. Okay, it's possible, and to any component without without nesting or nothing. Okay, so this one is very important thing. So how to use context hook? So let's say inside my src asset is there, and inside the src you just see that this one is my stock of prediction yt, and stock prediction, just close it. Inside the front end you see that src is there. Okay, and here inside the src I create a component. Okay, in the main directory. Okay, you see that the folder structure. Okay, here I say that just try to understand provider. Okay, login, I just create some provider. Okay, so use context hook is very important thing. Okay, I show you there's some okay, so you need to create one providers, auth provider. You can write some auth provider also. Okay, auth provider. Okay, EROVI DER. Okay, .jsx. Okay, this one is the auth provider, and through I just write some code, because this one is a prop use context hook. Okay, this one is the use context hook, so that's why we need to create some context also. So how to create context? And so import first I import something like a use state. First use state is important. Use context and create context. Okay, first we create the context. Now you see that now you see the auth context. First I create a const auth context equal to create context. Okay, so create context. Now you just see that const auth context I create a auth context equal to create context. Okay, so then I create a provider. Okay, first I create the object auth context, so then I can use. Okay, that's why I create an object of create context, then I can export it. Okay, so const const I create a provider. Okay, now you see that this one is the provider. This one is a provider. Okay, now you const auth provider. Okay, inside the auth provider, const auth provider. Okay, auth provider, inside the auth provider you can write here why I write auth provider, because my file name is auth provider, so that's why I do some default export, so that's why. Inside the auth provider, here you see that all the childrens are there. Okay, all the childrens are there, and if you just see that just to manually write this thing so you can understand properly. Okay, here I create a function. Okay, in this function, this one is the child means I just tell what the meaning of child. Child means app.jss. Okay, app.jss and all the childs. Okay, inside the app.jss. Okay, just try to understand here. And here I create a I just create a something. Okay, whatever I create here. Okay, whatever I create here, I just create here, and then I just return. Okay, return return, and I return something. Okay, something I return. Okay, here auth, just provide the auth provider, and now you see that. Okay, just export, don't want to export this thing. Okay, first I now you see that export export default auth provider, and export auth context also. Now you see that I create a auth provider. Okay, here you see that I export the auth provider, this auth provider. Okay, as well as I export the auth context also. Okay, so that's the technique, means that's the syntax of using the use context. And if you are new, then it may be difficult, but if you already work upon the React.js, so I think you can understand this thing. Okay, so after I have the use context, so then I export all these thing. Okay, so here you see that the child, here the children means the main app.jsx, and all the inside all the child means all the component. Okay, all the component. Okay, and here I inside the auth provider, here inside the auth provider I just take the child, and I say that I just provide. Okay, auth context. Now you see that auth context, I create the auth context here. Okay, auth context dot provider. Okay, auth context dot provider, whatever value I want to provide, I can provide here also, and this value I can directly use inside all the component. Okay, all the component, all the child components. So first I create the values. Okay, so value, how to create this value? So here const first I create one value. Okay, so is logged. Okay, use state is logged, is logged, login set is logged. Okay, is login, yes, and set is logged. Okay, and I send this data also. My default value is false. Okay, is login default value is false. Okay, and you see that is login and set is login. Okay, I just pass this information to the all the child. Okay, all the child component, and okay, so and here I create this thing also. Okay, const const is now you see that const is login. Okay, is login and set is login. I don't say that it's false. Okay, I don't want to see it's false. I say that if That's depend upon, okay, that's depend upon the local, my access key is, my access token is present or not. So local storage dot access token, you can write like that also. If you have access token, so this one is true, or if you don't have access token, so this one is false. Or you can write like that also, or you can write another way also. Just use here you can use double exclamatory mark also. Through double exclamatory mark you can say that if local storage dot get item, okay, in previously we use set item. For setting item we write set item, okay, set item, and now I want to get item, so that's why I just to go and check through get item access token is there inside the local storage or not. If access token is present inside my local storage, so this is login is true, okay, otherwise this is login is false, okay. And I set the is login and set is login also, set is login, okay, to all my child, I can use header everywhere, okay. So then another configuration is there, and provider is there, okay. So how to use the provider, okay, I created the providers, but the main thing is, let's go to the app.jsx, okay. The main inside the app.jsx, you just import import this thing also, okay. Where is the app.jsx? Inside the this, you just see that this one is the app.jsx. First import the providers, okay. Providers means auth providers, okay. I say that provider means auth providers, okay. So auth provider, then inside the auth, then you just auth provider, okay, AUTH auth provider, and just wrap it, see, okay, command Z, what happened? Here auth provider, okay, auth provider, sometime what, I don't know what happened, okay. Then this auth provider, just command X, just wrap the auth provider, okay, to, okay, command V, okay, I just wrap the auth provider, okay. Okay, now I am successfully use the auth provider value in everywhere, okay. Everywhere means this one is the main application, so everything is inside this, the providers inside the main app. So I can use the value, I can use the props, or I can use this state, okay, in everywhere. So that's why I just inside the main application auth provider, I just wrap the auth provider, okay. So this configuration is very important. So then let's go to the headers, okay. Let's then go to the headers, and inside the headers I just import everything, okay. Import use context, okay, from React, use context, okay, and the use auth context also, auth providers also, okay. So everything I want inside the headers, because in the header we decide it's okay. So inside the headers I say that so first we do something, we just inside my login. Okay, inside my login, login.jsx, first I use inside my login.jsx, then I can here I can use the inside the uh, header. Okay, so I just import this use context and both thing. Okay, so first let's go to the login.jsx. Okay, so here I want here if the login is success. Okay, if the login is success, so I want to set the each login is true. Okay, if the login is success, so I just set the each login is true. Okay, so how it's possible? So set each login, how the set each login is not there. Okay, each login is not there, so how I receive this thing? So here I just simply import auth context. Okay, auth context auth context auth context from auth context provider. Okay, and use state and use context also important. Use, so use context, use context, con text, this one, use context from React. Okay, so then I say that I just destructuring the object. Okay, I say that const as each login. Okay, each login, I just I'm not creating a state here. This one you just see that I don't use state, use context. Okay, use context is very important. Use context, through use context I just provide the auth context. Okay, here auth context, because in my previous you just see that here I export the auth context. Okay, here I create the auth context object and export it properly. Okay, so that's why inside my login I can use it. Okay, through use context. Okay, use context I use auth context. So set is login. Okay, set is login. Okay, so I just destructure it. Okay, inside the set is login, and I have two values are there, and is login also there. Okay, is login and set is login, and is login. Okay, is login and set is login is there. Okay, is login and set is login, because inside the auth context I have this information, this value is there. Okay, so now I can use this thing. Okay, is login and set is login. Okay, so how to then I can modify this value. How I modify this value? So here I say that set is login equal to true. Okay, set is login is true. Okay, when the login is success. Okay, when the login is success, in that time I say that set is login is true. Okay, set is login true inside my okay, and I just if my login is success, if my login is success, so here set success is not required here, just remove it right now. So just when the login is successful, I want to navigate to a proper web page, so that's why import navigate, use navigate, one hook is there, use navigate hook. Okay, so after then you can create a navigate object also. Here use navigate object also, const navigate equal to use navigate. Okay, so through use navigate we can navigate to a particular page directly. Okay, so this the object name is navigate. Okay, so now navigate to the home page. Okay, so the navigate, now I want to navigate to a particular page. Okay, so now I think finally set loading, just set loading to false. If I use any set loading will set loading to false. Okay, I already have the set loading. Okay, I already have the set loading. Okay, so let's check and I just navigate to a proper page or not. Okay, so if I'm login, so then I just go to a particular go to the home page. Okay, if I just refresh this page. Okay, let's check. If I just put some wrong credential, in that time I get the invalid credential is there, and if I just test one, and if I write some 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so you just see that I automatically navigate to the home page. Okay, I automatically navigate to the home page, and let's work upon the logout functionality. Okay, logout functionality means when the user is log out, in that time automatically this, when the user is login. Okay, in that time I don't want to again see the login and register page. So let's say just create a logout functionality. Okay, so how I know that the user is log out. Okay, so let's go to the headers. Okay, where is the headers, and here I say that if the user is logged, if the here, now you just see that inside my header I just put the user auth context and use context also. Okay, use context inside the okay, and use navigate also. I just import the use navigate also. Use navigate or in future I use navigate. Okay, so here I say that const use first I use the const is login. Okay, how is login, and you from the use context I just destructure this thing first. I want to destructure the is login and set is login. Okay, set is login. Okay, is login and set is login, because through use context I want to use the value of auth context. Okay, if you have any type of value, like for authentication purpose I use auth context. So if you have any type of context you want to send you want to send publicly, every component can use, so you can create another type of context also, auth context type of context also, any type of context, so you can publicly send the data also. Okay, so here I just destructure this thing, means I can publicly access this thing also successfully. Is login and set is login. Okay, this one is the context, and now I create the navigate. Okay, now if I am log out, const const navigate navigate to use navigate. Okay, first I navigate this thing also. Use navigate is required. Okay, where is the link, and here Okay, I just import the use navigate from the React router DOM link and use navigate, okay, from React router DOM, and I say that here I create the use navigate also, const navigate equal to use navigate, okay, I can navigate to anywhere, okay. So after logout, okay, so what I do, one thing, I just do something here, okay. If if I can write something like I just create a manual bottom, okay. I just create a manual bottom, like if the login is here, I can create a manual bottom, okay. Here I can create a command shed here. Here I can create a each login. If each login is true, like each login I think this bottom, okay, this type of bottom, okay. If now you see that if each login, okay, if each login is true, just you see that command Z each login log ge, if each login is true, okay. So I do something, okay, I do something, or else, okay, I do something, okay, okay, or else I do something, okay, I do something, okay. Then this okay, so let's check if what I do if the each login is true. So here I just say that I create a bottom, okay, normal bottom tag, okay, normal bottom tag, class test, class btn danger, okay. I use class name btn danger danger, okay. And here this one is a normal bottom, okay, this one is a bottom, okay. I have a bottom, and this one is the logout, okay. I create a logout bottom, okay, log out out, okay. This one is a normal logout bottom, and if this logout bottom is visible only, now you see that I just to put all this thing, means all the normal bottom to the command X, just put, if just command V, okay. Now you see that if the login is false, reject. If the login is if my login is each login is false, so this is visible, okay. If login is true, means logout option is visible, okay. Now I check it, okay. Now you see that this logout is visible, okay. This logout is visible. Now I'm logged in, so that's why the logout is visible, okay. In my console also I don't have any issue, okay. So so now you understand, I think so. Let's do one thing here. What I do, let's work upon the logout functionality, okay. Let's work upon the logout functionality, okay. So this one here I can write some on handle change, okay. Here on I can change on click, okay, on click, sorry, on click, on click CLI on click. Here I write a function. Okay, what happened on click? Here I create a function. I don't want here. Okay, so here handle click. Okay, it's in handle logout. Okay, del handle handle logout. Okay, and this handle logout is responsible for logout this for logout functionality. Okay, don't want so here the handle logout is responsible for logout the logout functionality. Okay, constituent, let's build handle logout equal to I create a arrow function. Let's create a arrow let's create this thing. Okay, so what I do here, I just remove this access token also. First I remove the access token, and I remove the refresh token also. If when someone press the logout button, okay, this function handle logout is hit triggered, and it's remove for set the item, set item, for remove item, for getting item, get item. Okay, for now I want to remove the access token and refresh token. Okay, this one is the key name. Okay, access token. So then set is login to set is login. Okay, set is login is here. Set is login to false, because this one is a global value. Okay, now my login is false. Okay, set login is false, and navigate to login. Okay, I just navigate to the login page. Okay, so now you understand. When now this function, this bottom is visible. Okay, when I just now you see that inside my application access token and refresh token is there. Okay, and when I press this button, this two thing is removed. Okay, you can manually remove this thing also. Okay, when I just click this thing, now you see that the login is automatically redirect to the login page. Okay, and the same thing also when I just try to log in, test 1 and test, then just give some password. Okay, just try to log in. Now you just see that this access token and refresh token is there. Okay, so when I just simply delete this thing, access token and refresh token. Okay, just delete this thing and refresh the page. Now you see that this page is available. Okay, the logout option automatically log out this thing. Okay, again login is required. Okay, I understand. Test 1, this one is okay. Now when I just log in, automatically it set the information. Okay, now when I am logged in that time logout is visible. Okay, when I am logged in that time logout functionality is visible, and when I am log out in that time login functionality is visible. Okay, due to this this function is login. This one is if else condition. Okay, if condition. Okay, if this thing is possible, if loading is possible. Okay, if loading is true, so is login is sorry not loading, login is true, so this thing. Okay, if the user is log out, so this thing. Okay, and how is login is, how I get the is login through use context hook. Okay, use context, there's some use context is there. So through you see that each login and each set each login is there through use context. Okay, because I create the for using the use context is you first create the use context. So auth inside the auth provider I create the create context also. So first you create the auth context equal to create context. Okay, then inside the context here you just provider one here you create a auth provider, and here you just pass the child all the components, and here I just mention that if here I create a state. Okay, this one is type of global type of state. Okay, this state I can use everywhere. Okay, this use state I can use everywhere. So here I am not directly say that is true or false. I just say that just go and check if the local storage have the access token. So it's true. If the access token is false, so it's false. So is loading login is false. Okay, so based on the each login I just inside the headers I just decide I want to show the login page or the login register page, logout page or logout bottom or login bottom. Okay, based upon the each login state. Okay, so it's not directly possible, or in the prop transfer is not directly possible because login and header both are different component, not are nested. Okay, login is not nested inside the header, so that's why use context is very important. So inside the outside of the component in the main here in the main directory in main src, here I create a auth provider. Okay, inside the auth provider I just I create the auth provider and properly export the auth context also. Auth context and auth provider both I export properly, and I wrap all this thing also. How do I use the auth provider? I wrap the auth provider so I can use auth provider state in all the component. Okay, so then I can explicitly just go and every component like header component, like login component, and in that time I just simply say that just auth provider is very important. Auth context. First I import the auth context from auth provider. Okay, and then use context. Okay, use context from React. Okay, use context hook. Okay, the same thing in the header. In the header also I just auth context and in the use context from React. Okay, use context. Okay, because this one is very important, because inside the use context I use the auth context. Okay, use context. If you feel confusing, so you can watch this video again and again, then you can understand. Use context I provide the auth context. Okay, so then I get some data. Okay, I just destructure the data and store inside this two variable. Okay, so now I think you understand how the login and logout functionality work. Okay, if I press the logout button, so automatically is go to the logout page. Okay, and navigate, and another thing also I just explained today, so how the navigation work. Okay, navigation one navigate bottom is there. So first you just import the navigate from React Router DOM. Okay, then whatever where you want to navigate, you can navigate properly. Okay, and if I make in the network, I think everything is working or not. I just inside the check the 3G login, check the login is test 1, and check it slowly spinning bottom is working. Now you see that Okay, now now just no throttling, just put back to the no throttling. Okay, automatically navigate. Okay, I don't want to, and here I just remove this thing after login success. Here you see that inside the login page, after login success. Okay, set loading to true. Okay, set loading true. Okay, set login true. Okay, login true. Okay, I just direct to navigate to this page. Okay, so let's push the code to the GitHub. Okay, just rename git. Okay, ls git status. These all files are modified. Okay, just note down. Okay, so you see that git hard -a git commit. Where is the commit? You just modify this thing, git commit -m and login functionality login login functionality. Okay, functi login functionality. Okay, git status. Okay, git push origin main. Okay, origin main. Okay, what is the push command? This one, main command. Okay, git status. Okay, check is pushed or not. Okay, what is the prediction? Now you see that now I push login and you see the 6 committed are there. Last login functionality. See that I modify something here. Okay, after login. Okay, so if you like this type of content, please subscribe my channel. For making this type of video is very difficult to, very so critical to. Okay, so I just try to explain all the critical thing in a very easily I can explain all these things. So if you don't understand, so you can watch the video again and again, so maybe you can understand. Okay, if you have any doubt, so please comment below, so I can try to respond all this comment. Okay, and please subscribe my channel for getting this type of video. Okay, bye.